My dad was in the army for the first 6 or 7 years of my life. He left the army in 1967 or 68, sometime around then.
Yeah.
I know that we returned from Singapore in 67, and as a small kid, I remember being at a married quarters in Corsham in Wiltshire for a while.
Wow.
And then we moved to Civvy Street.
Mm.
And amongst other things, my dad, he became a truck driver for British Road Services, BRS, Road
Cool.
Services.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't want to stay on as he got older, being a reservist. Wasn't his cup of tea.
Mm.
But many do. And many mature blokes also join up to become a part-time reservist also.
Mm.
Soon in the UK, if there's ever a need to call up just to guarantee the numbers, blokes of up to 65 years old will be brought in to fight. Now, I thought it was 55, but recently it's gone up to 65.
Yeah.
And they were brought in to fight the enemy. So I've another whole year and a half to remain aloof. So I won't be going. I'm hoping I won't be drawn up. I won't get drawn up in the last minute. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I understand.
As a reservist, you train for 27 days a year.
Mm.
You go on camps and training courses and also fitness sessions,
Mm.
and you get paid for your troubles. It's as a basic soldier, it's 60 odd pounds a day, if I'm right.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I
but
think
we've
about
done it. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The regular army in the UK is 70,000 troops and an active 35,000 active reservists. It could have 120,000 reservists if it can work out where the army put them. Once again, the UK, showing what it does best, has lost either contact or health records of 95,000 reservists, which could be called up to do their bit if
Mm.
push comes to shove. All right, you could put some down to some of the absentees down to death. You know, they just haven't reported. Change of address, change of phone number,
Yeah.
even, dare I say it, gender identity. But to lose full contact to 95,000 people is not an easy thing to do. That is one out-of-date Rolodex.
Yeah.
Of course, we could also add into the mix the possibility of ghost soldiers, which on
Mm.
paper exist and get paid. They get their pay,
Yeah. Yeah.
but eventually, but they might get called up. They find out they don't actually exist,
Mm.
and some general is having a very comfortable retirement somewhere.
Oh, that's a yes. That's a
That's well,
yeah.
you've got to add that in. Right,
Yeah. Yeah. You mustn't discount anything. I agree. But
right,
yes,
right. It just seems odd
yeah.
to me. It seems odd with technology where it is these days, and the MOD MOD can lose contact with 95,000 souls through ineptitude. Uh,
Yeah.
it
I
seems
know.
like just
Yeah.
so odd.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, George Robinson, a former NATO Secretary General and lead advisor for
Mm.
the Strategic Defence Review of the
Mm.
British military, said what the review talks about is the strategic reserve.
Mm.
But the British Ministry of Defence at the present moment doesn't even know where most of them are. So we need to sort of round up those who are available and fit and willing to be able to do it. So it looks like they're having to go from scratch.
Mm.
And there's a huge purge, a
Mm.
massive purge of
Yeah.
95,000 people. That's ridiculous, sir.
I know. I know. I agree with you. I mean,
Where are their payments going? Who is paying them and where are their payments going?
yeah.
Somebody's taking it out of the bank.
Well, okay. Okay. Well, the first step of identity of rectifying any problem is to identify you have a problem. We've identified we have a problem. Yeah. Then the next case
I've
is
no problem, sir.
no, no. I mean,
No.
we're not. I'm using the collective we, the royal we, as
And
it were.
I'm not even sure if the Ministry of Defence have identified it,
Yeah,
because this guy who's doing this review,
yeah.
he's identified it.
Well, I imagine he's had access to official things, so he's doing a sort of Doge type
Yes,
analysis.
of course. There you are.
Um, and I mean, I got to be honest here. I don't think we can probably pin this on the current administration and anything else. Just it's probably something that's been sitting in the background. How many years? 95,000. How many retire a year? I don't. I mean, yeah, to put out numbers out the ground, out the air now. Um, yeah, probably pulling in numbers out the ground as well, quite literally here. Yeah, could be
Now
putting
they've
names out the
raised it to
ground. Yeah,
65,
yeah,
65.
yeah. I mean, it could be that people are receiving things and not realizing it, or there could be bank accounts that aren't dead. It might be the thing keeping the bank account alive. Yeah, payments going into it, and it's probably growing somewhere. As some poor guy either doesn't know he's getting paid, or he's no longer in a position to withdraw the money. I mean, I'm looking at lots of different angles on this.
Yeah, how it works, Mark, is that
Mm,
it isn't a recurring monthly thing.
okay,
You do your days. It's
yeah,
60 quid, 60 odd quid a day.
yeah,
So you go there for a day,
mm,
and then they'll stick it in your bank account, 60 quid.
yeah. I mean, that's for
You
the
do 27 days of the
yeah,
year,
mm,
and then at the end of the year you get a bounty of 500 quid,
mm, yeah. I
right?
mean, yeah,
But you've got to do it 27 days.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's it. You
So
get
it's not it isn't something that's recurring,
yeah,
and and I imagine that everybody's doing their days on
yeah,
different days. It's not
yeah,
95,000 people doing the same thing on the same day.
yeah. I know people that used to be in the TA. Yeah, and they have that. Yeah, employers have to give you time off work to go and do it as well, and all sorts of things. And yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's it. I mean, fair play to the guys doing it. I mean, they go on camp. They're doing well. It's full training. You know, it's not.
yes,
I,
yes,
I,
yes, yes, yes.
I mean, they call them. The nickname is toy soldiers, but they're not really. They are tough people that do it. You can't get in if you're not really up to scratch on it, and they get you up to scratch. Um, I'm, but again, yeah, we've got a problem with our databases. You know what's going on. What I mean, um, again, that's because I mean, nothing's joined up. I mean, they've joined up the passport and the driving license thing because that's easier now to renew your driving license because you use your passport, vice versa. I think last time I've done it, but I don't think they've actually had the authority to tie up anything else because everyone on the NHS has an official record on the NHS. Yeah, part of the problem of implementing this secure system was the security and to prevent things like this happening. Um, so, I mean, I'm going to be honest. It is difficult to maintain a massive database if you're only as good as the data you're given. We used to call it garbage in, garbage out sort of thing. Yeah, and if you don't know somebody is deceased, moved out the country, yeah, because I managed to do this. I managed to forget to tell someone that I should have told that I was leaving the country. Yeah. Um, uh, all sorts of other things. I mean, um, not everyone stays on the electoral roll. Not everyone knows that they can do proxy voting. I mean, that's another way to get into an official place somewhere to go on to remain as a voter, even if you move overseas, which I've
Yeah,
done.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not suggesting,
Yeah,
like I said in the preamble.
yeah,
We've got these possibilities. It's if you change your address, some
yeah,
are even homeless, some are
yeah.
living on the street.
Well, that's
But
it.
I don't think it's 95,000 of them.
Well,
So
I think we
there are
noticed that.
different reasons. There are different
Yeah,
reasons
yeah,
for not
exactly.
to be on the roll,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
but to leave it to somebody to find out there's 90. That's more than the population of the British Army. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm thinking about this in my head, and I'm thinking how could this happen? I mean, yes, you've brought to me as a former project sub-attached to projects. I was never a project manager, but I was attached to project management. A problem, and I'm trying to find reasons as a solution to it. Okay, I'm not going to find a solution, but yeah, brainstorming. Yeah, how could this happen? I mean, maintaining a database is a difficult thing. I know this from personal experience. When you've only got 100 people, let alone yeah, who's doing what, where, and when, and how. Not I cocked it up, but yeah, I know people that's a struggle. So, um, and yes, you've got to rely on people actually telling you where they are. I mean, when you leave the military, I mean, okay, we're talking about TAs, people that show up, do their training, as you say, for so many times a year, etc., etc. That's one thing. So they'll be on a record somewhere. Hopefully, somebody's even a bit of paper somewhere. Yeah, Joe Smith has shown up. Jodie Ellen has shown up. Yeah, um, yeah, yeah. Good on them. Um, but yeah, there'll be other. Um, yeah, I mean, the cross referencing you'd have to do on this. I mean, yes. I mean, the next stage would be okay. We're paying these people. Is there a death record of them? Is there any record of them moving overseas? Medical record? I mean, how would you identify who's where, when, and how? And then the other thing is, I mean, probably chasing where the money's going might not be that difficult because if it's going into a bank account somewhere, you can find the bank account.
Yep.
Um, so, I mean, somebody's got to do all this. Now, I don't know how the law would stand with being allowed to do all this as well with data protection. Maybe somebody could tell me. I mean, I'm not up on data protection laws in the UK anymore. I mean, this is why you
Once
can't.
again, sorry, coming back to the bank accounts. Once again,
Yeah,
you have to do your day to get your pay.
yeah, I,
So you have to be present to money going into bank accounts.
yeah,
You can't put money into a bank account for a no show.
yeah. Okay, well, that I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, why is this? Why is the ghosting happening? I mean, I come from a contracting world as well. We had ghosting in contracting.
If it does.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we're speculating. I mean, that's it. You know, there's a problem. How do you problem solve it? And yeah, when we have ghosting and contracting, where you have, if you've got 10 people on site, the ganger puts on another five because they get paid on the day rate and they get X amount. Um, I, I I don't know if that's actually still going on. I've heard rumors it did used to go on. So again, I don't know anything really. I've only heard about it. Um, yeah, yes, you're right. Is there someone somewhere who's might not even be someone attached to the military? It could be someone else somewhere else in it. Yeah,
Well, you know, when you talk about public money, it
yeah,
can be anywhere in the ether.
yeah. Well, this is it, and this is what you got to establish. I mean, um, there's probably somebody who's shocked at the headline I saw this morning over this and going, um, "Oh, I didn't expect them to find out." Um, yes, I mean, it's strange. It's also been released with everything else that's going on in the background as well in British politics. Yeah, um, yeah. It was anyone that thought the thick of it and other shows were were fictional should be studying what's happening at the moment. The man from the ministry, yes
Yeah.
minister, and everything. But yeah, yeah, it sounds like a yes minister kind of
Makes
scenario.
yes to look like a documentary.
I've always said yes minister's a documentary. Um, I watched clips of it now. I watched the whole series quite recently. And it was like, did they just write this from last week's headlines? Yeah, I mean, things only the names change. The scenarios never change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the names of the guilty change. Um, yeah, no, it is worrying. I mean, it's quite an impressive thing if we have got 95 reservists ready to go into action. You know, it makes certain rogue states think again. Um, yeah, I mean, be it Dad's Army or whatever. It's like you said. I didn't know they've actually took the age up to 65. I thought it was always a 55. I thought that was
Yeah,
whether
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
I
The
don't know.
recent thing. That's what, because I remember we did a podcast some time ago
Yeah,
about the Ukraine, and Ukraine had raised their military age, and I said, oh, I made a remark about it. They raised up to 55
yeah,
in Ukraine, or 60 or something like that.
yeah.
And I said at the time, I said, well, it's a good job it's them that's doing it.
Mm,
And then when I was doing the research for this, I found out that in January the
mm.
decision was made. That slipped under the radar.
Yeah, well, yeah. So anyone that thinks they're nicely retired and everything else, I mean, I imagine there'd be criteria. They probably had to have had former military service. Um,
Whatever it is, got to be a really fit old man.
yeah, I mean, with all due respect to yourself, I don't think you're
I'm
fighting
not really.
fit. Yeah, fighting fit. Um,
They won't be calling me soon.
yeah, yeah, I'm a few years to go on it, and yeah, I'm reasonably fit, but, but I've got a bit of jip in my legs, sirs. Just in case anyone from the ministry is watching. I don't think I'm the man you want. I don't, I'm not ready for the front. Um, I've got a feather here somewhere. I'll hold it up in the air for you. White feather. Um, yeah, it is a. I think it's interesting. I don't know. Well, the fact they've identified there is a problem and it's now in the public domain. Will we get a updates of how they're rectifying this problem? Do we ever get updates of how they're rectifying the problem?
We'll get an update when Putin invades England and there's nobody there to fight them off.
I just, from what I've been reading at the moment, there's quite a bit of respect for Putin in the UK. There'll be people going, 10 Downing Street, there, we've got an office all ready for you there, mate. If you want to put your guy, yeah. Yeah, it is a mind you, the president of the US at the moment is having a good old go at our leader as well. So it's take
Who
your pick.
isn't?
Well,
You've got
I,
70 million people having a go at him, all of them within the UK.
it seems totally oblivious to it. I mean, I give this the guy is either very resilient or very stupid, and um I'm not going to draw what I
He,
think.
he said one thing really, really honest in the comments yesterday. He said, "People, you'll never believe this."
When a liar admits to being a liar, he's an honest man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the guy's got no sense of self-irony or anything. I mean, yeah, okay, well, okay, we've got off the main subject here, but yeah, I mean, he is the chief executive officer of all this. He's responsible for this mess, whoever disregards where it is. Um, yeah, I mean, okay, I think this is kind of shows exactly the state of the UK at the moment. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I admit things go wrong. If you're dealing with lots of people, you might get one or two mistakes. 95,000?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Too
I
many.
mean, I'd accept probably 1,000, but 95,000?
It's more than the population of the active military, which is 70,000.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could fit our military into a regular football stadium. I know that. Um, I mean, the argument is, well, what size
Now
military
it
is?
looks now it looks like you can fit the reservists into a telephone box. You know,
I'm feeling kind of I I think it's interesting. It'd be worth keeping an eye and seeing how this one develops.
keep
Um,
up.
I mean, it's always a way. Whenever there's a threat of conflict, it's when they're finding all the screw ups. I mean, it's like the other day we were talking about the ships. I was reading about something 2 weeks to get a ship ready. Um, there was a time in the British Navy, if it took 2 hours to get a ship ready, that was considered unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
And
ship.
even in the ship on the way to the Middle East had to stop at Gibraltar.
get the AA there. Yeah, I know.
Cunard goes mad. Cunard goes faster.
Uh, I mean, I saw a picture of Starmer on a submarine this morning. You
Yeah,
know, they've done a sea trial of a submarine, and it's a success. It's a it's a sea trial. That's not a success. That's the
mm,
minimum I'd expect.
yeah.
And there's him standing on the there's him standing
On the deck.
on the deck, and I put it out to someone else, and they said, "Dive, dive, dive." I thought that was quite inspired. I thought that was quite clever. um, yeah, I mean, the guy. I mean, it's the guy trying to look tough. Look at me. I mean, a naval
Of course, of
get up.
course.
And, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want him next to me in a trench. Well, I wouldn't want him next to me in a trench, given the rumours anyway. Anyway, in any circumstances. But yeah, um, but yeah, the guy. I mean, no, okay. Let's get back to the main problem. Yeah, I mean, okay, we're having a big review. I mean, there's been an ongoing review of the armed forces that's apparently been going on for
Years.
yeah years. Yeah, we've now established we're not battle ready. Yeah, um, and well, it's funny enough. I've spoken to people who retired from the regular art the Navy in the past few years, and they would have told you that anyway. It's not the same. Um, when you see the ex-vets all get together, or the vets all get together in London and all that for their flag waving gatherings, I mean, you look at these guys; they're still up for something, but I don't think they would fight for Starmer anyway. Um, they might still fight for King Charles out of honour, but certainly not Starmer. Um,
He's wavering, sir.
eh? Well,
Even Charles is wavering.
yeah, you can see that's going, can't you? Yeah. Well, um, do you know what? I don't want to be depressed about the UK, but I'm finding okay. I might get snapshots because I don't live there. Um, I don't think it's the UK I left. Um, I I think it's going through a strange transition period, and um, I don't think the UK inverted commas is finished. I think we've got to accept possibly there have got to be some changes. Um, I do think to prevent this with the civil service in future and all that, if anyone but another party but the establishment get in, I think they've got to have a complete review and look at how the whole civil service or the blob works, and that includes Ministry of Defence, um, tax collection, okay, social security, whatever we want to call it this week, um, absolutely everything. Um, we may have to have a think about a whole constitution, but yeah, I think there has to be a complete review. I would nominate Jacobs Rees-Mogg as the man to oversee a complete review. I don't know what you feel. If I was to set up a kind of Doge thing, I think I'd have JRM in there doing it. But I'm not sure if he's part of the establishment or he's
The people behind his back would be cheating on him behind his back, left, right, and centre. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't think he hasn't got the
he's affable.
gumption, the personality he's got the intellect, but he hasn't got the personality. The lead up garden path.
Yeah, really, you want a Lee Anderson type character who,
Yep.
yeah, he's
With
a
the
bit.
intellect of Rees-Mogg, the intellect, the intelligence.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know what you're saying. I mean, not suggesting Lee Anderson is not an intelligent man, but he's in a slightly different league. Yes. I mean, I could see them two working together. You could have Lee Anderson do all the do the ramrodding, and Jacob Rees-Mogg as his as if you like the strategist. But yeah, um, Yeah, it's not
You
a
can
good look.
see you can see Rees-Mogg and Anderson going through the jungle, and Rees-Mogg is carrying his little cane,
Yeah,
and there's Lee Anderson carrying all the crates on his back.
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.